Young, you said nothing I say can be used against me?
That's right.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan at the barbershop on Bankhead.
By now, you've probably heard of the name YSL Woody, a man who was an integral part of the YSL trial, who many claim is the reason that the whole trial even started. What if I told you YSL Woody actually shot up Rich Homie Quan's dad's barbershop back in 2014? Before we get into that, let me explain exactly how we got here. You see, YSL Woody is a part of YSL, hence the name YSL Woody, and Rich Homie Quan was signed to Think It's a Game Records. He was also managed by none other than Big Nut, whose January 10th, 2015 murder was actually the censor of the YSL trial. It's said the beef between YSL and Think It's a Game started over who Rich Homie Quan was going to sign to. Apparently, there was a bit of a bidding war, and here you can hear JT the Bigger Figure, who actually knew both Nut and Thug, explain the beef.
Birdman came to town, and then Birdman put up the money for that lifestyle song in the video with him and Rich Homie Quan. Boom, the Rich Gang, new Rich Gang started. Nut was Quan, but he was cool with Thug. But he had power over Quan. And then disputes came. Once the disputes came, it wasn't good business no more. The hate and the jealousy. Birdman want Quan, nigga, to bow down, nigga, and come up under the Rich Gang. And Nut was like, no, nigga, you was not finna sign that 360 deal, nigga, and be a broke rapper up under Birdman.
The circumstances behind Nut's murder was telling and show that there was a clear beef going on in the streets of Atlanta. The day after his murder, YSL Woody ended up in an interrogation room, as the word on the street was he killed Big Nut. During the interrogation, Woody explained an ongoing beef between him and a man named Kel, who he claimed was Big Nut's brother. In an attempt to dead the beef, Woody approached Kel in the club. At this point, Woody thought the beef was settled, so he went back into the club and began flexing money. That's when Kel approached and attempted to rob Woody.
So he turned around, he tells somebody something in the ear. So I walked towards the kitchen. When I walked towards the kitchen, all of them walked behind me. I was by myself. So when I get to the kitchen, I seen everybody walk behind me. I tried to turn around and go back to the stage. Kel punched me in the back of the head. So he punched me in the back of the head. He pushed me to the ground. He tried to go in my pocket and get my money. But as I hold on to my money, the other guy punched me all in the face. But I didn't care, I was holding on to the money. So as they punch me, I get out of it, I run.
Woody would then go on to explain how the opposing Inglewood family blood set had a meeting about him and Young Thug, adding that a guy named Mo was supposed to kill them.
Said that with the guy down the road, Mo, he's supposed to say kill me and Young Thug.
Woody would then explain that his op started shooting at a gambling house where he would gamble.
Now you know, it's a gambling house. I used to be in Rich Gambling now. You know, that Lakewood. They go to stand on top of the roof and shoot inside.
And all of this led to the murder of Big Nut.
Say a teenager and a man in his 20s were both shot in the leg. The third, 26-year-old Donovan Thomas, was critical.
Had a significant injury. We had at least multiple gunshots in the upper torso area. He was rushed to surgery.
Thomas died at the hospital.
Now that you understand how badly the two gangs were beefing, as well as the fact that it was over Rich Homie Quan's career and where he was going to sign to, I could explain to you the shooting that happened at Rich Homie Quan's dad's barbershop, which took place a few months earlier on September 30th, 2014.
News Since 4, we're hearing from a man who says he chased the gunman who shot a popular Atlanta rapper's father. Channel 2's Tom Jones now live in Northwest Atlanta, where police say, Tom, that the gunman got away in a black Honda Accord.
Justin, that's right. That's also the description of the car that witness told me. He chased down this road after he heard gunshots coming from Lamar's barbershop. The victim survived the shooting, a shooting many in this community think is connected to the victim's son, Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan.
Coincidentally, the day before this was the very last Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan collab we would ever get, which was on the Rich Gang collab album. According to Fader, Quan's father was shot 4 times after a group of individuals attempted to rob the place. One barber at the shop told Channel 2 News that this was the second shooting in the past 2 months. Many people at the time were saying that the shooting had to do with Rich Homie Quan and his alleged beef with other rappers.
Workers here told me someone shot up the shop about a month ago. I talked to several people who believe the shooting is a result of Quan feuding or disrespecting other rappers in songs. Police wouldn't comment on that and say their investigation continues. But in at least one interview, Rich Homie Quan repeatedly said he isn't feuding with one rapper in question.
I never dissed him. Yeah. I never disrespected him as a man.
Van White told me he doesn't care about a feud. He says this is about life.
Whatever the case may be, it needs to stop.
Although his dad was in stable condition, he was stuck in the hospital for 2 months after the shooting.
And I go see him every day, you feel me? Like, to this day, my dad still is in the hospital, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, he's still in the hospital?
Yeah, he's still in the hospital. You know what I mean? My dad been in the hospital for 2.5 months.
Obviously hurt by what happened, Quan even contemplated ending his rap career.
You know, like, that shit hurt, it hurt me, but at the same time, bro, it's life. And like, I came to a point where like, I want to start rapping for a moment, bro. But at the same time, I thought about it like, shit, it's the only way I can provide for my family.
For years, the shooting went unsolved. That's until 2024, during the YSL trial, where Woody literally admitted to doing the shooting.
Young, you say nothing I say can be used against me?
That's right.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan dead at the barbershop on Bankhead. I don't know what happened with Threat and Rich Homie Quan, but I'm a ride with my brother. And they was beefing. And yeah, we pulled up and did that.
Although Woody admitted to doing the shooting, Rich Homie Quan suggests that Woody was over-exaggerating, even calling him a liar.
What do you feel about his statements being said about him basically shooting up your dad's barbershop?
What is a liar? The barbershop did get shot up, but it wasn't like, I don't want to talk much into it, but it wasn't like he is over-exaggerated it, because the same day the barbershop got shot up, it was up and running. So it couldn't have been like what he said it was. So we're going to hold that down. Shout out to Woody. But niggas know.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Sadly, during this time, Rich Homie Quan was dealing with a lot of pressure and passed away to a drug overdose in late 2024.
Rich Homie Quan is dead. The rapper, whose real name is DeQuantes Lamar, is known for his songs like Flex and Ride Out. His former record label confirmed the news in an Instagram post. Lamar was 34 years old.
After his death, YSL Woody would make an appearance on DJ Vlad, where Vlad actually asked about the shooting.
Well, at one point, they were talking about a shooting at a barbershop where Rich Homie Quan's dad got shot. And what you said on the stand, Rich Homie Quan said that you were lying about the shooting. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly was that about?
So you said when you met Rich Homie, he was a what, straight up guy, right?
Yeah.
And when you met me, what, I was a fucking liar, right?
When I met you?
Yeah.
Straight
What
up.
impression did you get from me?
Straight up.
That trial tell you I'm a liar. I done showed the world that I'm a liar. Who you gonna believe? You gonna believe Rich Homie Quan or you gonna believe the liar?
As you can tell, during this interview, Woody would act like he didn't do it, which only makes sense because his immunity was only while he was testifying in court, and he could literally be locked up if he admits it to DJ Vlad. I mean, look what happened to Keefe D, the last standing of the 4 men who killed Tupac Shakur. And there you have it, the story of how YSL Woody shot Rich Homie Quan's dad. I want to know, do you think Woody is guilty or not? Also, don't forget to give it a like, or maybe even subscribe for more deep dives like this. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Peace.